All right. Yeah, more scary TikToks. Um, hopefully there's no repeats in this one. There's a couple of repeats in the last one, but yeah, let's go.
Normal looking photos that have a disturbing backstory. Part 26. While this photo looks like it's some prop from Halloween, it's an actual living two-headed dog that was created in 1959 by a mad Soviet scientist. He managed to create a two-headed dog that could smell, move, see, hear, and even bark. While this appears to be an ordinary doll, it belongs to a Russian scholar, Anatoly Moskvin, who was arrested in 2011 for having the mummified remains of young girls in his apartment. Police found 26 of these dolls in his home. On Christmas Day in 1929, Charlie Lawson would murder his wife, 6 of his 7 children, and take his own life. This photo shows a nice large family vacationing in Sweden in the 70s. The kid in the brown shirt, however, is a 14-year-old boy named Osama. Years later, Osama bin Laden founded the pan-Islamic militant group Al-Qaeda and was
Osama was in Scooby-Doo. They all look like Scooby-Doo rejects. Like, look at them.
group Al-Qaeda and was responsible for the 9/11 attacks.
Disturbing things caught on camera. Jen Berari and her family lived peacefully in an isolated barn house until they started noticing strange things. One night, Jen claims that she saw a white figure coming out of the pond. The next morning she heard an unusual banging coming from her living room. To add to that, she saw a mysterious dark figure reflecting on her TV, but what happened after that will creep you out. Take a look.
Guys, I wanted to show you the fucking pond, but please tell me you see that. There's something. It looks like the old man is coming out, I swear.
Follow if you saw it.
Was she a friend?
She was, until she started stealing stuff out of the house. I asked her, why you stealing? And she said, I needed money. And I said, you have a bank account. I was paying her $4.25 an hour just to clean the apartment.
So she was thieving from you?
She was taking from me and my wife, Rose.
Does that warrant killing her?
Huh?
Does that warrant killing her?
Well, to me it did.
Is that right?
No, I went back to clean it up.
She was found with her head removed.
That's right.
How did that happen?
Easy, just pick it up and move it.
What, you just pull the head off?
Yeah, it was already off.
Yeah, that's what he's asking.
We spent a day down Turning Point Park, feeding the ducks and walking around, and we were making out. And then she just flipped, jumped up, says, I'm going to scream, I'm going to tell the cops. I snapped her neck. Stayed there all day until dark. Then split her open from her neck to her groin. I didn't go all the way deep into the stomach area, just split her open. I don't know why.
Yeah, it's mental.
The lizard people might actually be real. It is said that the shape-shifting lizard people have been on Earth since ancient times, coming from the Alpha Draconis star system. They have been working behind the scenes and in the shadows, slowly clawing their way up to the top, with one goal in mind: complete world domination. And conspiracy theorists said they already done it, and already successfully infiltrated world governments, controlling everything from the media to finance. Much evidence has also been brought forward showing these lizard people as celebrities or leaders of countries, reviewing weird eye movements as well as unexplained mannerisms. But the most terrifying thing is that we can't tell who's real or who's not. And if the most prominent people in the world are someone they say they're not, just imagine what they can really do.
This is the most haunted prison in America, Eastern State Penitentiary. Hundreds of people died here over the years, and this place has an incredibly dark history. Eastern State at the beginning had a good purpose. It wanted to rehabilitate people. That's why some of these cells have skylights. But over the years, a lot of notable criminals paid a visit to Eastern State, including Al Capone, who had this beautiful, luxurious cell. Now, a lot of ghost hunting teams have captured strange things at Eastern State. The TV show Ghost Hunters famously recorded a hooded figure running down one of these passageways. And there are parts of the penitentiary that are still off limits to the public. It's actually interesting because Eastern State was the very first penitentiary in the planet, and it's absolutely massive. This place was once home to murderers, deviants, and now it sits in the heart of Philadelphia, completely abandoned. When Eastern State started, they actually had a silence policy. Employees wore slippers on their feet to avoid making noise. Would you spend the night in this haunted penitentiary alone? Let me know below.
No. 100% no.
Have you done the Blackeyed Children? No, but technically yes, because I'm doing it right now. If you see children that have black eyes, don't look at them, look away. Don't talk to them. Do whatever you can to stay as far away from them as you possibly can. The Blackeyed Children is a terrifying urban legend about an evil being that takes on the appearance of children. It's said that the most common types of encounters with Blackeyed Children are at night when it's dark outside. They might come to your front door, knocking on it, begging to be let in. They might say that they're lost and that they need to come in, or ask if you have a phone that they can use and can they please come in. When you tell the Blackeyed Children that no, they can't come in, they'll get extremely aggravated. They'll start saying, no, I need to come in. I really, really need to come in. Much like vampires, Blackeyed Children need permission to come inside. But it's said that if they are given permission to go inside your house, your car, or wherever it is that they're asking you to let them into, nothing good will follow. Do you want to hear about alleged encounters with Blackeyed?
The unsolved mystery of the Smiley Face Killer. At least 45 deaths of college-aged men have been suspected victims of the Smiley Face Killer. However, police and most law enforcement denied the Smiley Face Killer even exists. The theory originated from two New York City police detectives, Kevin Gannon and Anthony Duarte. They realized that the deaths of at least 45 young men by drowning had too many similarities to be unrelated. Nearly all the victims of the supposed Smiley Face Killer were white males in college. The young men would be out with friends, then go missing weeks later. Their bodies would be found by a body of water with a smiley face drawn near the body. There was also a theory that it was a group doing the killings, as it would happen on the same night but different area, all with the signature smiley face. All deaths were written down as accidental drowning, and no further investigations were made. Do you think the Smiley Face Killer is real, or just unfortunate accidents?
That would be a good horror. It probably is a horror movie, but that would be a good horror movie plot. Like a load of college boys all have a tattoo of some kind of, do you know what I mean? Whatever college club. I didn't go to college, but whatever college little fraternity thing they have. And then, yeah, some of them do something horrendous, but then all of them who have the smiley face tattoo that are a part of that thing, stuff starts happening. That'd be, and yeah, and a smiley face there. You couldn't have it all drowning though, that'd be boring.
Disturbing things caught by Twitch streamers. Elagato has these creepy encounters often, due to her stream's open and candid nature. While dressed up as a Wonder Woman for what seems like a convention in Japan, she encounters a few unpleasant individuals before being chased by a man with a katana.
Why is he following us? Let's go this way. Oh god.
They get away, but not before having to seemingly run for their lives for a while, and streaming it all to her followers in the meantime.
Blood-curdling facts that you wish you never knew. Part 36. Babies bounce. Their bones are so soft that instead of thudding, they actually bounce a little. An Arizona man named Paul Menchaca was arrested after he faked having Down syndrome and hired female caregivers to bathe him and change his dirty diapers. Kids under 5 years old will often try to hide from a fire instead of running, and firefighters find the bodies. Jacqueline Durand was hired to dog sit for a pit bull and German shepherd and was told that they would be in their kennels. However, when she arrived, the dogs immediately attacked her, leaving her with over 800 bite marks and severe blood loss. If you want to sell your organs on the dark web, you'll get the most money for your small intestine, worth about $800,000. This sketch shows the autopsy report of Kobe Bryant after he died in a helicopter crash in 2020. If you look closely, you can see they noted a crown tattoo on Kobe's shoulder. Makes the whole thing a lot more real.
Mental.
Human clones might already exist. Okay, so in 1996, Dolly the sheep made headlines around the world after becoming the first mammal to be successfully cloned from an adult cell. This would catalyze a golden age of cloning, with numerous voices speculating that the first human clone must only be a few years away. Many scientists suggested that human clones could play a huge role in eradicating genetic diseases, while others considered that the cloning process could eventually eliminate birth defects and virtually any other problem a human has. However, clones are nowhere to be seen. So, could it be possible that clones are already walking among us with a much bigger purpose than just eradicating diseases?
Well, didn't they clone Paul McCartney back in like 67 or something? Who else has been? Eminem's been cloned. I've heard that one. He does look very odd, but then yeah, that does happen, especially like if you put weight on or something. Like, yeah, I don't have to put much weight on for my head to look odd. And when I get a haircut, it looks like, yeah, like a tomato with the little thing on top.
Cloned a sheep almost 20 years ago. There's no way we can't clone a human nowadays. Just think about it.
Yeah, and they think Michael Jackson was a clone of a pharaoh. That's a conspiracy theory, isn't it? That obviously the Egyptian mummies, but they reckon they did that for when cloning is possible in the future to be cloned. And yeah, people say that from the Egyptian days, it's still the same lizards or whatever that's ruling the world. And do you know what? Who knows? Do you know what I mean? I tell you what is scary. The scariest thing of all that is the media. How powerful the media is and how much they control, and it's honestly scary. It is scary. Even down with XL bullies. Basically, the media got XL bullies banned in our country. The media, just by keep putting XL bully attacks. And it's like you can tell if there's a dog attack in our country that makes the news now and it's not an XL bully, yeah, the breed won't be in the story. It won't be in the headline of the story, at least, if it's a Labrador or something. But if it's an XL bully, they'll put out big letters on the front page. The media is so powerful; they really can make the country think what they want. Right? It's scary, and people do. But yeah, that's the reaction. So